Today I'm flying to Bangkok, Thailand, one of the most visited cities in the world, known for its chaotic energy and legendary street food. The plan is to arrive at the airport, figure out how to get to my hotel, and of course eat some delicious Thai food. And Bangkok is actually a city that changed my life. A big chapter of my life started there many years ago, but with this trip I'm actually closing that chapter. I will tell you more about it later. And honestly, I feel a bit nervous. I don't know how this is going to feel, coming back to a place that changed so much for me and trying to close that chapter. Yeah, I'm getting almost emotional already. But yeah, now it is time for me to close that chapter. So I think it's going to be an interesting and also emotional travel day for me. Feel free to join. Okay, and we are starting our trip here in Jakarta, Indonesia, and we are flying with Thai Airways today, the national airline of Thailand. So let's see what that experience will be like. Okay, and time to board. The plane is already waiting here. And touching the plane for good luck as usual. Hello, Sawadika. Alright, first impression here. I have to say this is the weirdest seat configuration I have ever seen in business class. So we have one seat here, and then one in the middle and one over there. But these are facing each other. Very unique and interesting configuration. Never seen this before. But yeah, the seat actually makes a good first impression. We also have an amenity kit right here, actually nicely designed. I like that one. We have headphones here, a blanket and a pillow. Probably I don't need it because this is only about a 3 hours flight and it's during the day, so I'm not going to be sleepy. And yeah, flying time about 3.5 hours. Let's go to Bangkok. Let me tell you why Bangkok is actually a very special place for me. Some of you maybe know, some of you maybe don't know, but Bangkok is the first city I ever visited in Asia back in 2019. I moved to Bangkok back then to do an exchange semester as a student. That was the final semester of my university time, and yet the original idea was to spend that semester in Bangkok and then return to Germany. But well, that never happened. After the semester I decided I want to stay in Southeast Asia, and I am there ever since. And I actually also started my YouTube channel during that time as an exchange student in 2019 in Bangkok. In fact, the first video I ever filmed was arriving in Bangkok for the very first time. That was in August 2019, so yeah, almost 7 years ago by now. And what I want to do today in this video is I kind of want to relive my first ever vlog. So we're gonna visit some of the same locations. I'm gonna try to have the exact same journey in today's video from the airport to my hotel. I'm also going to stay at the same hotel like I did back then. So I think it's going to be like a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me, reliving my first ever day in Asia, my first ever vlog. And yeah, I'm also going to share more details later throughout the video, why the past years have been a big chapter of my life and why I'm actually closing that chapter with this trip to Bangkok. Okay, and we have arrived, and yeah, that was overall a pleasant experience here with Thai Airways. Thank you very much. Let's see what the arrival process will be like here. Okay, we are following the sign arrivals. So yeah, we are at the Suvarnabhumi airport, which is the bigger out of the two airports here in Bangkok, and also basically the main airport, especially if you're coming from abroad, from overseas, you're most likely to arrive here. And look at that, they have a little cleaning robot here. That reminds me a lot about China. That looks actually quite funny. And yeah, the other airport here in Bangkok is mainly used for other flights coming in from other Asian countries, especially other Southeast Asian countries. And as you can see, this airport is also quite large, so we do have a bit of walking ahead of us now. But oh, I feel excited here. I really well remember my very first arrival at this airport in August 2019. And yeah, I'm having so many flashbacks today, thinking about that time, how I arrived here, my very first time in Asia. And now, almost 7 years later, I'm actually a very different person compared to 7 years ago, yeah. Okay, I'm actually quite curious now about the arrival hall, because similar as in Vietnam, where we have been a few weeks ago here on the channel, I also heard many stories of this airport being totally overcrowded, especially at the immigration area. Oh, and we do have to take a train first to get through another terminal. Okay, here we go. Looks like any other airport shuttle train I have seen in other parts of the world. Okay, literally 2 minutes later, here we are. Now let me try to overtake as many people as possible. That is something that I always try to do on the way to immigration. Not so easy now. Maybe here. Okay, I overtook pretty much everyone on my train, because each person that you overtake can save you like a minute or two at immigration. Probably at a large airport like this there will be plenty immigration counters open, but I have been to airports before where there was literally only one counter, and then yeah, each person that you overtake saves you a minute or two. Okay, what you see here is people filling out arrival cards. I think about a year ago Thailand announced that you also have to start filling out arrival cards, which is very common in many other countries in this area as well. And if you forget to fill it out before online, you need to fill it out here. But yeah, immigration area looks very, very empty. I'm pleasantly surprised. Great. And wow, I'm in the country, and that was literally a process of a minute. I was the first person at my counter, literally 0 waiting time. Whew. You remember my arrival in Saigon, Vietnam a few weeks ago, where even though I had a fast track pass, I had to wait like, I think it was like 30-45 minutes, something like that. And the whole immigration hall was super crowded, super chaotic. But here, very easy. And we do have another of these cleaning robots here. They seem to be very common here at the airport, just cruising around, cleaning the floors. And here we are, exit B. Let's go. Alright, and here we are. Welcome to the Bangkok airport. And yeah, this is actually a huge airport, and what I find really interesting at this airport is that you literally see people from all over the world here. Because Thailand is such a popular destination, you see Middle Eastern tourists here, East Asian tourists, of course many Western tourists from Europe or from the US. You have Indian tourists here, literally people from all over the world are meeting inside this airport. And yeah, now the first mission is we need to find an ATM, I need some cash, and then we figure out how to get from here into the city center. Okay, I'm taking the escalator 1 floor down now. So this is the area where you can take taxis. Taking an airport taxi here at this airport is actually quite easy. But what I actually want to do is I want to relive my first ever day here in Asia, in Bangkok. And I remember back in 2019 I took the airport train from here into the city and then changed to the metro and then made my way to my hotel. So let's recreate that today. The problem is I never ever took that airport train again since my very first day here in 2019. So let's see if we can figure out everything. But yeah, I don't see... Oh, there's an ATM there. I think that one is outside though. Yeah, so if you want to take a taxi, you can get them here. Be aware though, some of these taxi drivers try to scam tourists here. This happened to me before at this airport as well. They try to make a fixed price, don't use the meter, so be a bit careful about that. But we do have ATMs here, purple one or the green one. Let's go with the green one. So let's see if I can get cash here in Thailand. The green color matching to my favorite football team, Werder Bremen. Okay, card inside. Let's see, it's in Thai currently. Can I switch it to English? First the pin, okay. Here we go, change language from Thai to English. Cash withdrawal, and then yeah, the currency conversion at the moment, $1 is about 33 Thai baht. So if I'm gonna get 3,000, that should be close to $100. Let's start with that. And then something that's very interesting in Thailand, you always have a fee. Every foreign credit card, every foreign bank card has a fee here. The fee is 250 Thai baht. You can't avoid it. So that's about $7, and you always want to accept without currency conversion. Then you get the rate from your bank, which is in your favor. And what is also very interesting at ATMs in Thailand, you get the cash first. Here we go. So don't forget to take your bank card afterwards, because I know that happened to many tourists here before, because yeah, in many countries, like in my country for example, you get the card back first and then the cash comes out. So that can be a bit confusing here in Thailand. Anyway, this is the cash. We have the brown 1,000 baht note here, and yeah, this is close to $100 now, 3,000 baht. And yeah, so you can't avoid this fee that every foreign card has here. And be aware, if your card charges foreign withdrawal trans fees on top of that, yeah, it's gonna add up. The only exceptions are Chinese bank cards. I don't know if that's still the case, but definitely used to be the case that Chinese bank cards are accepted from this ATM fee in Thailand. Okay, and now let's see where we can find the train. So airport rail link. That sounds right. So we have to go one more down. And there's another one of these cleaning robots here. These things are actually very funny. I think I saw them in Singapore as well, at the Singapore airport. And of course also in China. Wow, they look very cute, right? And yeah, as you can see, there's a whole nother floor here. There's a food court over there in the end. There's a 7-Eleven, I believe, as well. Yeah, convenience store, ATMs, food and beverages, a book magazine, even a spa and a massage area. So yeah, this airport has a lot to offer. So if you're ever stranded here, for example, if you have a delayed flight, then yeah, there are lots of things to do here. Oh, and I actually remember this now. Yeah, I literally have not been here again since my very first day. But yeah, I remember getting my tickets over there. Or my ticket. not plural, just singular, one ticket. Oh, I'm having flashbacks, that is nice. I'm a very nostalgic person. And yeah, if I remember correctly, I think there are two types of trains, one express and one that makes stops in between. And yeah, so the airport is here, so we are outside of the city center is right here. My hotel is somewhere in this area. So what we are going to do now is we take the train to this station, Makasan, and then we are switching to the metro to get closer to my hotel. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. So we want to go, is this touchscreen? Yes, it is. Number of tickets, but yeah, is this the express train now or the one that actually makes stops? Because I think this one makes stops. You know what, let me ask first, because I would like to get the expressway, the express train. I think we can also actually speak to someone here. Oh, that's maybe easier. Hello, Sawadee. I want to take the train to Makasan.
Yes, but 35 baht to Makassar.
But is it express with no stops?
Oh, it's only one way. It's a city line only.
So you don't have express?
Yes, not express.
Okay, then that one, please.
Yes.
How many minutes does it take?
Around 25 minutes.
25 minutes, okay.
It's train arrival every 15 minutes.
Every 15. Okay, thank you. Okay, I got a coin now. Just tap it here, and we are in the station. That was easy. Okay, so this is a very tiny coin. I'm sure I needed to exit the station later, so yeah, I need to make sure not to lose it. And yeah, she said that the train leaves every 15 minutes. Is this the train already? Makasan, yes it is. Alright. Oh, it looks very busy, the train, to be honest. Probably can't even sit. Okay, let me walk to the very end. Maybe more seating opportunities there. Alright, yeah, as expected. If you just walk to the very end of the train, then the cart is way emptier. Okay, 25 minutes, let's make it into the city. Okay, and we are at the first station, and yeah, as you can see, the first station is still very near the airport. So the city center, yeah, somewhere around here.
Makassar Station, Sathani Makassar.
Alright, and here we are, and yeah, that was a journey of less than half an hour for only 35 baht, so about $1 US. Pretty good, pretty easy to use. And yes, as expected, I need the coin again, so where is it? It's always the same with these little coins. Where did I put? I get it. Here it is. Okay, so I guess I put it inside here. And just like that, we are out. But yeah, we are not at the end of our journey now, even though we are in the city center now, but not at the area where my hotel is located, even though that's also the city center, pretty much. So we need to take the MRT, the metro now. But how to get to the metro station? That is something that I don't really remember anymore. So we are here now and the metro station is here. So if I remember correctly, there was like a bridge to connect to the different station, I believe. Ah yeah, here we go, Skywalk to MRT. And yeah, that is actually a part I really well remember, because this is the place where I took my very first video after arriving here in Bangkok. I didn't film for YouTube here yet. I will show you the exact place later where I started my very first YouTube vlog in 2019. But I remember taking a little video for my Instagram story here. I think it was over there. Yes, I took the video right over there. Unfortunately, it's blocked now with this one right here. But I can actually put the video on the screen right now so you can see it. It was exactly this view. And yeah, as you see, my phone camera's quality was not the best back then. But yeah, oh. I really well remember taking this video here and feeling like, wow, this was my first time in such a mega city. We have 11 million people in the city. My very first time in Asia, first time feeling like, wow, where am I? Oh yeah, here. This is the exact view. Yeah, here we are in Bangkok. And yeah, the metro station is down there now. Okay, Phetchaburi station, that is the station's name. And wow, I can feel the heat here. It is definitely hotter here than in Jakarta, where I'm just coming from. Actually, check on my phone, it is currently 37 degrees here. It's only about 4 or 5 degrees more than in Jakarta, but it feels way more than that. Yeah, we do have street food here. Bangkok is very known for street food. Sawadee krap, hello. It smells delicious, but you know what? We're gonna eat some food after we arrived at our final metro station. I know that area also has street food. Do I have to go down here again? I think yes. Yes, this is no road, so we're gonna go down again right here. Okay, so we have the option to get a ticket from these machines, or we speak with an actual person. I think it doesn't really matter much which option we choose. Okay, here we go. So, how do I go back? Cancel. Switch to English right here. And then the station name where I want to go to is Samyan right here. Here we go, it's 30 baht. And coin, I don't have coin. Can I put this one right here? Ah, here we go. No, does not accept my bill. Why does it not accept my bill? Oh, it's always coming out again. Okay, I guess it is easier to actually buy the ticket with an actual person. Hello, Sawadee-kup. I want to go to Samyan.
Samyan.
Yeah.
โรติขอบคุณค่ะ
Kup, thank you. Alright, and we get a coin again. So I need to make sure again not to lose it. And yeah, the metro system here in Bangkok is actually quite huge. They have the MRT here, which is the underground train. And they also have the BTS here, which is a sky train, so above the ground. And with these two different trains, you can pretty much reach at least all the important parts of the city. And I remember actually back in 2019, there were way less lines available compared to today. So they have built a lot of new lines in the past years. Which side do we need to go? That is a good question. I think that side. To Sukhumvit. Yeah. We have music here. Maybe that means that the next train is arriving. I remember, for example, in Korea, I think it was, they have the same system. The music starts playing, that means the next train is arriving. Let's see if that's the case here as well. I don't see a train by now. We actually have a minute right here, 4 minutes waiting time. So I guess the music is just playing all the time then. Okay, here we are. This train is also very, very busy. But yeah, city center now, so that was to be expected. And yeah, we do have all the station names right here, so you can see exactly where you are right now and where you want to go. So we want to go right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more stations. And you can also see on which side of the train the next door is opening. Alright, and here we are. That was in total about 15 minutes. And yeah, very easy to use. The announcements are in Thai and also in English. So good impressions of the metro system here in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, and now this is actually very cool because I used this metro station when I was living here almost every single day. I have so many memories walking through this station, taking the train from here almost every day. Whew. How do you say that in English? Nostalgie? Nostalgie? Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. Nostalgie in German. And yeah, this time I have the coin already here. Didn't lose it. And just like that, we are out. So yeah, the plan now is to walk from here to my hotel, which is, by the way, also the same place where I used to live as a student. And along the way, I want to find some street food. And later in the video, I will actually also show you my university and tell you more about that chapter of my life and why I'm closing it. Oh wow, these stalls here are new. They were not here in 2019. You can get some bread here and some accessories for the girls. But other than that, everything is still pretty much the same. Hasn't changed. Whew. Feels very good to be here. Feels very good, even though it is super, super hot, especially here in the sun now. Let me tell you that. But yeah, this is Bangkok. The city center pretty much of Bangkok. We have an iconic tuk-tuk over there. We have a Bangkok bus right here. We have a big temple here actually. That's actually a pretty beautiful temple. Maybe I can give you a clear shot from over there. But yeah, you can see the roof already here. And then people are selling these flowers here. As far as I know, they are being used to pray in the temple. I think that's what the locals are doing with these flowers. You can always find them around temples. Yeah, this is the temple right here. These Thai temples always look quite astonishing. Actually, this is Chinese writing on it here, right? Maybe some of you can translate in the comment section. Would like to know what it means. Oh, you can buy oil here. Sawadee-kup. What do you use the oil for? For the temple? Oh, you put it inside the temple. Oh, the big bottle? Oh, okay. The small one as well. Okay, interesting. Okay. Oil. I'm not sure what they use the oil for, especially the huge bottle there. So we have a very nice mall actually over there, Samyan Metro Town, which I remember was opened, I think, in October 2019. I remember I was in that mall on the very first day after they opened. Very cool mall. And yeah, my hotel is about a 10-minute walk from here, but I actually don't want to walk here. I want to walk here because if I remember correctly, the street right here has some food and drinks. And I'm looking for something very specific, not for sausages. I'm looking for Thai green tea, one of my favorite drinks in Asia, and definitely a tea that remembers me a lot about my time here. And I think there are some tea vendors in this street. Sawadee-kup. I'm looking for Cha Kiao. Cha Kiao. Over there? Yeah? Kopkun Thank you. Ah, maybe here. Sawadee me Chakiao Cup? Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know another place? Over there? Okay, Kopkun Oh, this by the way is pork, crispy pork. Ani mo? Mo? Ah, yeah. Crispy pork right here. Actually also quite delicious, but I'm not looking for that right now. Ah, I think here we go. Motorbike pass first. This is what I was looking for. Thai green tea right here. But nobody to sell it to me. Sawadee Cup? Yeah. I think they're calling. Somebody coming? Yeah? Okay, Kopkun Cup. Hello, Sawadee Cup. Chakiao? Chakiao Nin Cup. So we have the Thai green tea, we have coffee here, and I think also the Thai milk tea, which is by the way also very delicious. And yeah, the tea is already right here, so he prepared a lot of tea already before, and then he's basically just mixing it together, I believe. I think this is just water that he's getting out from there, hot water, and then yeah, he's filtering the tea right here into the big cup. Oh, that smells already delicious. This typical Thai green tea smell. And then it's also very sweet, so he's adding a lot of sugar actually. And also this sweet condensed milk, which gives the tea in Thailand, the street food teas that you can get, a very significant flavor. And then mixing everything there. So yeah, if you order these Thai green teas, be prepared. They are very, very sweet and probably also a huge calorie bomb. And then adding the ice cubes right here. Oh, I forgot what ice cubes means in Thai. I think nam keng, I think. And then another shot of milk on top. And there we go. Okay, Kopkun Cup. Thank you very much. 20? Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, let me actually go into this alley. So we can walk back to the main road over there. And also there's a bit of shade here. Okay, but let's give the tea a try. Oh, this is such a good taste, and it so much reminds me of my time here as a student, because back then I was drinking these a lot. Nowadays I would avoid to drink this every day because there's so much sugar inside. But do you know this feeling when you drink something or you taste a certain taste and it immediately reminds you of a time in your life or a place you have been to? Maybe you can relate to this, and this drink definitely gives me that feeling. Yeah, I feel like I used to feel as a student here in Bangkok, walking these side alleys here, getting my teas. Sawadee Cup. Hello. And yeah, also something that I really, really like in Thailand, one of my favorite things about this country, the smile of the people. I mean, this country is called the land of the smiles for a reason, because you can really see that, like, the way people look at you, the way people smile towards you, how friendly they are in their attitude. And that is something very special about Thailand and definitely one of my favorite things in this country. And here we are back on the main road, and actually the place where I started my very, very first vlog is not far. Over there. Let's have a look at that place. And yeah, there's actually something that made my whole arrival process, not only here, but in every country I travel to nowadays, always less stressful and easier. And if you have an upcoming trip, no matter where to in the world, I highly recommend to start using eSIMs as well. I'm using them literally everywhere I travel to nowadays. I downloaded and installed a Thailand eSIM already yesterday, and then I just switched on my mobile data right after I landed, and I was connected right away. And something specifically here in Thailand, which many people don't like, if you want to get a local SIM card here, you have to register with your passport. So if you want to avoid that, you can also simply get the eSIM, no passport needed then, and I'm always using Olafly to get all my eSIMs. They have over 200 destinations available. Many of their data plans have unlimited data. They have 24/7 customer support, so if you do have a problem, you can always contact them. Installing the eSIM literally takes 1 minute only, and something that is new with Olafly are the Olafly plans, which is basically a monthly subscription which gives you global data. They also have an always on feature, which gives you 1 GB backup per month in 70 plus destinations after your eSIM expires. And if you use the link in my description or on the pinned comment, you can also get an exclusive discount, which you can also get by scanning the QR code right here or by simply applying the code CANABROAD at checkout when purchasing their eSIMs either on their website or on their app. Just make sure that your phone actually does support eSIMs, but most phones nowadays do. So grab an Olafly eSIM and travel stress-free. Okay, and here we are, and I really well remember this exact spot because of these elephants here. They are quite iconic. And yeah, the first scene I ever filmed on YouTube was shot right here. I think I started it next to the second elephant right here. I'm gonna play the clip, or I put the clip on screen right now so you can see it. how I looked in 2019 filming for my very first time. And yeah, I think it was quite exactly here. What did I say? So by the way, in case you don't know, my first few vlogs were actually in German. I started this channel in German and then I switched to English, I think after my 10th video. Because I thought, well, with English I can reach the whole world. With German the audience is more limited. And yeah, I think my very first words were: Und ich bin mitten in Bangkok und oh mein Gott, ist der erste Eindruck verrückt. Which basically means, and I'm in the middle of Bangkok now and oh my God, the first impressions are crazy. Und ich bin mitten in Bangkok und oh mein Gott, ist der erste Eindruck verrückt. So yeah, iconic spot in the history of my channel right here. And I'm going to show you a few more of these spots throughout the video. Okay, let me actually tell you quickly the story of why I started my YouTube channel. So in early 2019, I was watching travel vlogs on YouTube. Back then there were not that many travel vloggers, maybe like a handful or two handful like vloggers who were seriously traveling and vlogging, and I really enjoyed watching a few of them. And then I had my semester in Bangkok coming up and I thought, that's so cool, like you can film videos, you can earn money with these videos and just travel the world. So I thought, maybe it would be cool if I can also start doing that, and I'm gonna travel to Bangkok. It's an interesting, exciting place. Why not start to film there as well? And that's what I did. That's why I decided to film my semester here in Bangkok. Back then I had no idea that this would turn into my full-time job. So yeah, my first 10, 15, 20 videos were all made during my semester here. Okay, and actually, you know what? There's a 7-Eleven here. I have to get something. Oh, we have a tuk-tuk here. No, I don't want to ride. By the way, in case you are new in Thailand, the locals actually are not using these tuk-tuks. They are actually, I would say 90% only used by tourists, because they actually they are pricier than a regular taxi. So you pay for the experience. Nevertheless, I would recommend take a tuk-tuk at least once, because it's actually quite fun and iconic. Let me cross the road. Here we go. First of all, in front of 7-Eleven you can always find a bin. And I want to buy something very specific, and I know I always get criticized for buying this here, but I just have to, because it's another very nostalgic thing for me to buy. Oh, this store is very, very short. Like, I'm literally touching the, how do you say that? The top of the wall. Wow. I have to walk like this in this shop. Where is it? So the 7-Eleven in Thailand are the best 7-Elevens in the world for me. No other country can compete, or no other 7-Eleven in other countries. The Japanese 7-Eleven is also pretty good, but for me, Thailand is number one. You can get so many snacks here, foods, like all these dishes here. They can heat it up for you. So many choices. You even have burgers here. Of course, these are not really high quality burgers. Sausages. They also have chicken breast here, which is actually quite nice. If you're just looking to get some protein, we have chicken breast right here. Also chicken salads. Many drink options, also protein shakes, which I used to buy a lot. Yeah, right here we have the 7-Eleven protein shakes. But I'm looking for a very specific sandwich. Unfortunately, they don't have that sandwich right here. The one that I'm looking for is similar to this one. It's spinach and ham cheese. But do they maybe just change the design? Maybe this is a new design. Maybe it is the same. But yeah, these are sandwiches. If you're the first time in Thailand, you have to try them. I know not a single person who tried them and does not like them. So I have to give it a try. Because these sandwiches also always remind me a lot about being in Thailand and my time here. Sawadee krap. Hello. Yeah, so what they are doing here, they have this sandwich maker right there, and then they're heating up the sandwiches here. 35 baht. Here we go. You have a very small shop. Very small everywhere here. I'm not the only person, by the way, who has to walk like this here. Okay, thank you. So yeah, the sandwich is being prepared right there. It usually takes like 2-3 minutes. I usually like to tell them to leave it in a minute longer, because then it gets crispy on the outside. Alright, and here it is, the sandwich. And yeah, it's so funny. Every time I eat something in a video that is not from the country I am in, like eating a sandwich in Thailand, or a pizza in Vietnam, or a cheeseburger in China, there are always people criticizing me for eating that. Like, who comes to Thailand to eat a sandwich? Well, I do, because these sandwiches are amazing. So let's give it a bite. Oh, it's so funny. You bite into something and it immediately reminds you, yeah, like I said with the tea before, of a certain time in your life. Oh. Actually, these sandwiches, to be very honest, are not that special. They are not super great tasting sandwiches. You can probably make better sandwiches at home, but I think the reason why many foreigners especially really like them here is because of nostalgic reasons as well, because everyone who travels here ends up eating them. And yeah, the taste is just nostalgic for me. Okay, but that sandwich was actually just a little snack. I'm actually keen for a proper meal, and I know very well where I want to go to. There's a restaurant around here run by a lovely local family, and I used to eat there almost every single day in 2019. So let's visit them, see if they still remember me, and have a meal there before we check into the hotel. Okay, this is also interesting. This hotel didn't exist back then. This is completely new. And what is also new is this whole area here. Actually, I can show you another clip now of my first video of me walking exactly here. And then you notice right next to me is just a construction site. So this area right here used to be the construction site, and now we have plenty of street food places here, little restaurants, more inside there. And I think when I walked here in my first ever video, I was talking about the smells. Everything felt new to me, and I talked about the street food here that I want to try while being in Bangkok. Ich bin gerade schon an zig Essensständen vorbeigelaufen, wo übertrieben viel Essen gibt, was ich noch nie in meinem Leben gesehen habe. Da freue ich mich auf jeden Fall auch schon, die nächsten Tage mich da mal durchzuprobieren. Oh, look at the big fish here. Hello. Oh, these are huge fishes right here. And then we have egg as well. Not sure, this is maybe like a rice cake. Oh, and look at the huge chicken. Look at this, fried chicken, but very huge pieces. And yeah, like what I said in my very first video, it smells amazing here. The smell here, Bangkok has a very iconic smell to me, and I don't mean smell in a negative way. Like the vibe that I'm feeling here, the atmosphere, the smell, all of that is so typical Bangkok for me. And yeah, this is the road leading to my hotel, where I used to walk every single day down this road. This was my 7-Eleven back then, the nearest one to the hotel. So I went there quite often during my time, and I used to get a smoothie every single morning by a lady right here. But I think she's not here anymore, because her smoothie shop was, I'm not sure, one of these windows here. I think here actually. But looks like she's not here anymore. But yeah, this restaurant I still remember. Wow, yeah. Oh, it's so funny. So many memories here. Wow. And I'm especially excited now to show you the hotel as well. But first, let's get some food. Alright, and it looks like it's open. It's right here, Markin Tiny. Oh, but they have something new. The door is new. It used to be completely open before. Let's see if somebody is here. Ah, the old uncle, I remember him. Ah, Sawadee-kup. Ah, I'm coming back. Ah, you remember me? Yeah, I think he does, yeah. Oh, you have aircon in here now. That's new. King? I think kin means food. Okay, alright. Oh, you still have the pictures on the wall. Ah, there used to be a picture of me somewhere as well. Ah, right here. Oh, this is me, yeah. Oh, this is not from 2019. I think this is from 2021, I believe. Oh, so many memories here. Oh, okay. I can sit here? Yeah, let me sit here. Yeah, so what they used to do, I'm not sure if they still are doing that, but they used to take pictures of their loyal customers here, and then they hang the pictures here. So you can see there's a picture of me still hanging there. Ah, the auntie is coming. Yeah. Yeah, there's an auntie here who always cooks the food, and looks like she's not around. I think he means that he wants to get her. I think he remembered me from the look on his face. And there's I think his daughter working here. She speaks good English. I'm not sure if she's around now. Ah, there's the auntie. Ah. Hello, Sawadee-kup. Hello. I come back for your food. You have something new here, right? The door is new. The AC in here is new.
Last year the weather is too very hot.
Last year was very hot?
Yes.
Ah, so the aircon is better, right? Yeah.
My mom and dad.
These are your mom and dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's so funny. I used to eat here every single day in 2019. You still remember when I was here in 2019, right?
2019 and 2000.
Ah, here we go. Yes, 2019, October 2019, with my good friends, Roman and Henry. August 2019, February 2021. Oh, it's so nice that you keep the pictures. Yeah, I would like to eat pad see ew. Pad see ew guy. The right one, this one.
No, it's noodle chicken, ก๋วยเตี๋ยวคั่วไก่.
Ah, kway teow. No, then this one. With not this is with soy sauce, right?
Yeah, black
No,
sauce.
I want the white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the small ones. Okay.
And the mango sticky rice.
Mm.
Ring.
Just water is okay. Just water. Yeah. Okay, let's actually see how the cooking process is doing here. So she has this outdoor kitchen here, very typical for Thailand, that you have the shops inside and the cooking actually takes place right here. So all the ingredients are right here. We have egg as well, we have crispy pork. And yeah, this outside area looks exactly the same as it did in 2019, so nothing has changed outside here. And then all the cooking magic is happening right here. Alright, so the chicken is inside already. I'm not sure what she's mixing it with, maybe some soy or oyster sauce. And yeah, basically just stir frying the chicken for like a minute or two. It goes very quickly. And here we have the noodles, kway teow noodles. Which are actually my favorite types of noodles in Asia. You can get these type of noodles not only in Thailand but basically in every Southeast Asian country. Okay, looks like the chicken is finished by now. Then adding a bit more oil. And here we have the noodles. Same as the chicken, they are only in there for like a minute or two. Oh, and I'm very excited to eat this. This was literally my meal almost every day. And overall it's also one of my favorite Thai dishes. Kway teow noodles with chicken. Smells pretty good already here. And then I'm not sure what this is. Anime, like a nam pla fish sauce, I think. I think pla means fish, so nam pla, I think it's fish sauce. And then ani sugar? Sugar, okay. And probably MSG as well. And then we're mixing it together. And we're adding an egg as well. So she's just cracking the egg open and then mixing it into the noodles. And then the chicken goes in again. It's actually such a simple dish, but in the end it tastes so delicious. And that's actually the case for many dishes here in Thailand, especially many of the street food dishes you can find. Only a few ingredients mixed together in an outside kitchen like this, and in the end the taste is amazing. Oh, what is that sound? Sounds like the Iceman is coming. Oh, yes, it is actually the Iceman. I was just saying that sound sounded like the Iceman when I was a child, like in the 90s in Germany. And also here, yeah, that's the Iceman walking around. And here we go. The dish is finished already. And it is a big portion actually, even though I ordered a small one. So I'm quite generous with the portion sizes here. And adding a few greens on top. And there we go, popcorn cup. That looks very good. Looks the same like in 2019. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, it looks exactly like it always used to look like. And yeah, this was literally my go-to meal almost every day 6-7 years ago. But yeah, let's give it a try and see if the taste is still the same. Yeah, exactly what I said earlier about the tea or the sandwich. The taste just creates so many flashbacks of memories for me and reminding me a lot about the time here in 2019. So yeah, if you are coming here as well, I would recommend to give this dish a try. Because yeah, like I said, it's one of my favorite dishes here. Okay, aloy mak. Very good as usual. How like that? 90 baht. It's okay, I don't need the 10. It's okay. Photo? You want photo again? Okay. Sure, let's take another photo. So yeah, if you want to come to this place as well, how do you pronounce the name?
Makintini.
Makintini. What is the meaning of the name?
It's come to eat here. Ma is come. Kin,
kin
eat.
means eat, right?
Tini is
It's here.
yeah.
Right. So it's a Thai word, but looks English now. Makintini. Okay. So if I come back next year,
Yeah.
there will be a new picture inside, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay, very nice. The restaurant with the yellow wall.
Okay.
Always good to recognize. Okay, very nice to meet you again.
Thank you
I will
so
come back.
much.
I will be back. Okay, have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, lovely. I'm very nostalgic. This is a great day. Reliving all the memories here. And yeah, now we are going to check into the hotel in which I lived as a student for half a year. So in case you didn't know, my background is I studied international business management as my bachelor in the Netherlands in a city called Groningen. And then I moved back to Germany for my master degree, which I did in the city of Siegen in Germany, and that master degree was entrepreneurship. And then for the final semester of that master degree, I moved to Bangkok to do that semester here. And well, I then stayed for the duration of that semester about 6 months in this hotel right here. It's called Isanuk. And yeah, the funny thing is, like, the monthly rent for a room here back then was, I think, about $400. It's probably higher by now, but that was literally cheaper than my student apartment in Germany. And then I thought, oh wow, I can afford to live in a hotel. How great is that? Little did I know back then that you can actually get condos here with also a rooftop pool and everything for like half the price. But back then I had no idea, I didn't know, and that's why I stayed here. Hello, Sawadee-kap. I would like to check in. Yes, here we go. Okay, check-in completed, but before I will show you my room now, I want to show you where I used to live. Like obviously I can't go inside the room, but we can have a look from the outside, because back then as a student I stayed in the cheapest room possible, which are the basement studios here, and my room was this one right here. I don't want to point to it now in case there's somebody inside, but that room there used to be my room, and I remember you can open it, and then you have the pool area right here, which I also don't want to show now because there are people there. But yeah, we have a nice swimming pool right there. And then yeah, we have actually 4 different buildings here, and I actually like how beautiful it looks here. And I actually also want to show you another very cool spot here. Okay, we're taking the elevator to the 6th floor now, and yeah, they also have a restaurant here, some basic food available. They also have a little gym here, but there is a gym at least. And what we can also find on the 6th floor, like shared kitchen, but I think nobody ever uses a shared kitchen here. You can literally get delicious street food all around. But I wanted to show you this place because yeah, the room that I had in 2019 did not have a desk. So I always came to this room. There's somebody sitting now, I don't want to film that person, but yeah, this is literally the place where I edited all my first vlogs. I always sat right over there, and oh wow. Seeing this place now, this is where I sat and edited my first few videos. And back then I had no experience with filming videos or doing vlogging or YouTube whatsoever, and I literally just started. And I remember for a long time all my videos were getting like maximum 100 views. 100 views was already good for me, and I was sitting in that room and editing these videos for like 80 people to see them. But yeah, I always had this dream in me that, oh, I can make this channel big, and one day there will be more people watching my videos. And yeah, I just kept going and going and uploading. And if you maybe have the same goal, if you want to become a content creator as well, whether it's on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, whatever, I know at the beginning it's very difficult if you create these videos and hardly anyone is watching them, but if you really have the passion for it, just keep going. Consistency is so important on social media. Yeah, my first video was out in August 2019, and since then I never stopped posting. Never. There was at least one video every single week, basically ever since. At the beginning I was even posting a lot of daily vlogs, so I always kept believing and yeah, kept being consistent. And here I am now in 2026, being a full-time content creator. And yeah, here's the little gym that they have. I used to train here a lot as well in 2019. Back then I was actually proper gym goer. Like before I came to Thailand, I was in the gym in Germany like 6 days every single week. I was also like really dieting and counting my calories. So I was really into all this fitness, and yeah, I lost that a bit in the recent years of traveling. But yeah, that is where I spent a lot of time here as well. Yeah, this is... I'm getting almost emotional already. And we're not even at the part of me closing this whole chapter, but yeah, Bangkok, sunset view right there, the skyline of the city, one of the biggest cities here in Southeast Asia. And yeah, but let's check out the room that I'm having here today. Okay, and here we are, and yeah, I'm going to show you the room now, and then later in the video we're actually going to visit my university as well. I'm going to show you around that area a bit, which is a very local area of Bangkok. I will tell you more about my story, and then yeah, we also talk about why I'm closing the chapter of the past few years. But here we are. So this is a room that I could not afford as a student in 2019. Overall, this hotel is quite affordable, especially for the location, quite central in Bangkok. And the cheapest rooms here are going for about $40 US. And this room, I think, is $65 US per night. So we have a living room area here, a table, a little kitchen area. You could even cook here if you want to. The bathroom looks like this. And then we have the bedroom looking like this, a working area here as well, a balcony as well. And what is really cool of staying at this side of the building, so this is a building A, my favorite building here. We have a sunset view right over there. Maybe it's a bit around the corner nowadays. It changes, of course, depending on the time of the year. Sometimes the sunset is there. Maybe today I actually can't see it. Anyway, very happy to be here, and yeah, see you tomorrow morning. Okay, and it is the next day now, and now we are in a very interesting area of Bangkok, an area where you don't see any tourists, and therefore it's a very authentic side of the city, which I really like. And yeah, this is the area where my university is located, which we are going to visit now. And yeah, then I'm also going to finally tell you the whole story, why Bangkok is a life-changing city for me. And I also want to show you one very special place in this area. And yeah, the area here is called Bang Ra, and we have the BTS station Bang Ra right here. This area, by the way, is on the left side of the river here in Bangkok, and about half an hour to 45 minutes away from the touristy city center. And yeah, I well remember my very first day. So after I arrived in Bangkok, the very next day we had like an introduction day at the university, and I arrived at this very station right here. I can show you some footage again of that day. And then I also walked exactly right here to my university. And yeah, I think if I remember correctly, some of my friends from university lived in this condo. And you remember earlier when I said I was happy that I could live in a hotel for like $400 a month. And yeah, little did I know back then that you can stay in these condos in a local area for about $200 per month. So way cheaper than what I was paying in the hotel. But I had no idea back then. And do you notice something here on the streets? You remember when I told you earlier that the iconic tuk-tuks here in Bangkok are actually only for the tourists? As soon as you are in a local area, you don't see them at all anymore. Okay, so the university is right over there, and yeah, this is a little side alley which we are going to walk through later. There's something very special at the end which I will show you later, but first we have to cross this footbridge here. And this is also very typical Bangkok, like something you would not see in my country, Germany, like electricity wires like this right next to your head. But to be honest, that's not only the case here in Bangkok. You can find places looking like that all over Southeast Asia, basically. Okay, and here we are, Siam University. That is where I used to study. Actually, is it a bit weird if I walk into the university now, being 34 years old? Certainly older than most of the students here. Huh. Maybe it is a bit weird, but I'm still curious to have a look around here now. Yeah, we have a big Thai flag here, and oh, looks like there's a big construction going on here. If I remember correctly, on the left side over there, there was like a food area, like a food court. And to be honest, I actually did not spend that much time at the university here during my time in Bangkok, because yeah, it was my final semester and I didn't have many courses left actually, so I only had to take 4 courses here. And if I remember correctly, I had 3 courses on Saturday and 1 on Monday, so the rest of the week was off for me. Yeah, right here, this is the little food court I was talking about. There's a cafe here as well, and yeah, I ate right here many times. Also, of course, very affordable to eat here, student-friendly prices. So if I remember correctly, at least back then we could get a meal here for like 30 baht, so like $1, like a full meal, like chicken with rice, vegetables, something like that. Okay, and this is the building in which I had most of my classes actually. I think 3 out of my 4 classes were in this building, somewhere up there. And yeah, on my very first day here in 2019, I had no idea that I'm gonna spend the next 7 years of my life in Southeast Asia. The original plan was completely different. The original idea was to come to Bangkok, finish my studies here, and then return back to Germany in early 2020. And then the usual thing, you know, get a job. I would have probably ended up somewhere at an office job. Marketing was my direction back then. And yeah, everything turned out to be very different. So now I'm here 7 years later. I'm still in Southeast Asia, and I have no plans to leave Southeast Asia as my base anytime soon. And I did not end up in a boring office job in Germany. I'm a full-time travel content creator now, traveling the world. I'm my own boss. I can do whatever I want. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody gives me deadlines. And that is actually something that I'm very proud of. and also something that I'm very happy about how everything turned out. So if you're watching this and you have a dream like this as well, if that is really your dream, if that's your passion, that's what you want to do, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do that, that's something that you shouldn't do. Like, follow your dreams. Do what makes you happy. And that is something that I really realize now standing here. It's a great feeling. Whew. Well, okay. And yeah, I well remember at the end of the semester here, the time when I was supposed to go back to Germany, I said to myself, no, I don't want to go back to Germany. I want to stay in Southeast Asia, because during that semester I fell in love with Southeast Asia. I also traveled to other nearby countries during that time, and I also fell in love with making YouTube videos. So at the beginning of 2020, I said to myself, no, I'm going to stay in Southeast Asia and I'm going to try to make this YouTube thing work. I was putting all my efforts then. In 2020 I did pretty much daily vlogs every single day, filming, editing, releasing, the next day again, and that consistency really paid off after a while. Okay, I also just had a walk around off camera, soaking up the memories, and I'm also realizing I'm getting old. Time flies, right? Like, I see all these young students here, probably in their early 20s, and I so well remember my student time. That felt like just yesterday, and suddenly I'm 34, turning 35 in a few months. Whew. Time flies. We have to cherish every moment. And yeah, now I want to show you that very special place over there, which is actually one of my favorite places in Bangkok. Okay, and we are back here. So let's have a look what's at the end of this little alley here. And I can actually give you one tip. If you're visiting Bangkok and you come across little side alleys like this, go in and explore. I have never had a bad experience when entering such a side alley here in Bangkok. I know there are many countries or cities around the world where you should probably not walk into little side alleys like this, especially not at night. But I can honestly tell you that I never felt unsafe anywhere in Bangkok. There are probably also areas here where you should be a bit careful, but the majority of the city, at least in my experience, is very safe. And you can often find like local eateries, little shops where aunties are selling pancakes or something sweet. Oh, we have some cats here. Hello. Oh, she's a bit scared. And that one is a bit sleepy. Hello. But yeah, the end of this specific alleyway is very nice. Ah, you want to go faster? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, these little alleys are also used by motorbikes here. Nothing unusual in Bangkok. We have little shops here. Hello. Sawadee-kap. Ah, you have some snacks here. Okay. Okay. The what? Yeah? Minyan. Ah, okay. I have a look. Yes, thank you. I have the feeling that every house here is selling something, and I hear loud music. Where's the music coming from? But yeah, have a look how beautiful it is here. We have a little river here, we have a beautiful temple there, and looks like there's some event going on. There's music coming from the temple, and this is a very beautiful part of Bangkok. Usually I would have said a very quiet and relaxing part. The music is, yeah, a bit of the opposite, to be honest now, but usually it's very quiet and peaceful here. And there are some little restaurants and bars even here. So let's have a look if we can sit down somewhere, and then I will tell you, yeah, about the big changes that are coming to my life. Okay, we are a bit away now from the music over there, and I think now you can see what I was talking about. And this is actually also a place where I came to many times after university with friends, and I think here actually there was a bar here before where we could drink beers, like overlooking the river here. It was very relaxing, but I don't think that bar exists anymore. Alright, I'm sitting here now and yeah, thinking about the past 7 years. This city was where the chapter of my life, this chapter of my life started in August 2019, and that's why it was so important to me to return here to close that chapter, because the past years have been amazing. I'm struggling a bit to find the right words, but what I wanted to say is it was important for me to return here, relive my very first day in Bangkok in 2019, soaking up all the memories from back then, and yeah, letting the past 7 years basically yeah, fly by in my inner head, how you say that in English. I think you know what I mean. And yeah, I call Bangkok a life-changing city for me because yeah, I came here as a student, not with a big following. I started literally from zero. When I posted my first YouTube video, I had 0 subscribers. It all evolved after the years, and yeah, that's why Bangkok is such a life-changing city for me, because literally my whole life changed after my semester here in 2019. And yeah, it's actually hard to believe how much has changed. In 2019 I arrived here as a student with a camera and a dream and no idea where this journey would take me to. And yeah, then for the past 6-7 years my life has been defined by one thing: being a traveler. I have built this channel, I have turned my passion into my business, and I have lived out of a suitcase for, yeah, most of the years. But yeah, now it is time for me to close that chapter. It was definitely one of the best times of my life, but I'm also ready and keen for something new, because I have found my destination. And in the next video, my life is going to change forever. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video. As soon as that video is out, I will leave a link to it right here. Go see the world yourself, take care, and until next time.